to the podcast. This is the first and likely only podcast that is heavy into metal and trombones. I am your host, Aaron Wilson. I am a professional trombonist and professor of music. Joining me for this and every single damn podcast is my amazing brother, Brian Wilson. He is a longtime heavy metal bassist who now lives in Juneau, Alaska. Together, we are the Brothers in Horns.
Yeah. It's getting better. Yes. It's getting better. So, what does the number 26 mean to you?
Number 26.
If I were to say 26, I just threw that number into existence.
Well, the only thing I can think of is marathons, but I don't run those. So.
Marathon? No, that's 26.2. Yeah. Don't get me started on the 26.2 stickers, but the
kind of want to.
26.
Kind of want to now.
26 is the number of days till we grace the stage at McCoy's.
Oh man, it's going to be a hell of a show.
What does the number?
I'm so excited.
What does the number 0 mean to you?
0 fucks given?
Well, I'm starting to give a few because 0 represents the number of rehearsals we've had for said show in just over 3 weeks.
Oh, they're trying. They're trying to get it together. Thankfully, we've got musicians that are very capable.
Yes. So we had quite a moment this last week, I feel like. There was a day that I started to get the feels for this show. Started to think, like, is this going to happen or not? A little backstory. So we originally, in previous episodes, we had Jim Farley on, right?
Of course, yes.
Yep, from Gunslinger. And we talked to him, conned him into being the backing band for us.
It was a beautiful con.
Yes. I don't know why he agreed to do it, but he did. And then, like, you know, I start checking in. So how are rehearsals going? And the Gunslinger's playing their set after us. I'm super stoked to see them. They're going to be great.
Oh, of course.
But the drummer apparently can't play our set. So
wrist injury.
He's got
doesn't
wrist
want to risk
injury
it.
that limits him to only playing the Gunslinger set, which I don't understand. But
I get it. Limited reps. It's like football. You got to limit the reps.
Okay. I see our set as the warm up, though. I don't know. I don't know the guy.
There's some drum heavy tunes in our little packet of tunes.
Yes, there are. So we're sitting here. Then I'm like, holy crap, we got no drummer. Like 3 weeks before. And I seem to be the only one that cares at this point. And then,
Brian, do you have a cross that you want to die on? Like, do you have one in your possession?
Well, I almost nailed myself up there. So then, okay, so right, then the scramble mode starts happening. Who do we know? Who can we get, right? And I only say this not to just like give a hard time or something, but a beautiful thing happened, right? Like, all of a sudden, Tim's already he said he'd play a couple songs with us, which is great. But he's like, fantastic. Tim is the consummate professional. He's always been the type A guy. He's always been the militant rehearsal guy. He's in a really big band, Christian Mistress. They're like on tour right now. They just got back, and so he's just like, what's going on with this? Like, for our band, our Christian Mistress, when we came back, we played songs we already knew for 6 months, and here you are with this whole set list, and you have 0 rehearsals in, and you don't have a drummer. What's going on? So we had the freak out moment, but what came out of it is amazing, because now we're flush with musicians. We almost have too many people.
And they're good musicians, too.
It's ridiculous. And I kind of think, like, speaking back to like the purpose of this grant that you have, which is like to connect with the like familial history and all this, and you wanted to do the similar music that I played back in the day. Like, now you get to do it with all the people that I played with over the years, which is crazy.
I'm so excited to like, because I've met Tim before. I know him. Mm-hmm. been a long time since I've seen him, but I know him.
Right.
But like, I don't really know any of the other bandmates, and I never, I was too young to appreciate that.
Right.
When you were doing your thing.
Well, I mean,
I was too stuck up with, classical music is the superior thing. I was too stuck up with that.
Sure. Yeah.
Which is it's complete bullshit, by the way.
Okay. Well, I mean, a lot of metal is like kind of classical music, anyways. But
Randy Rhoads for certain. Good
exactly.
Lord.
But let's run through. Like, so we got Tim, right, who was in the original, Yasmin and Power Castle throughout the days. He was in Speed of Darkness as well. So like pretty much all the bands I've been in. Tim's also been in that band. But then we have Jim Farley, who I've never played with, but obviously his bandmate Brian McCoy was the original singer in Yasmin. We're going to play a Yasmin track. So it's like a reunion of sorts on stage. And I can't wait to hear what you're going to do with trombone on that. And then we have two drummers, Chris Hannon, who I've actually never been to band with Chris, but he's been in multiple bands with like Tim, Modus, Curse of the Wicked way back in the day. That was a band with Oscar back in the day. Hard hitter, little crazy. The dude's a little crazy. He's a drummer, but yeah. And he's gonna want to throw in those like blast beats, those like beats.
Well, you just raised your hand.
No, this is a new feature on Zoom, and if you put your hand up like that, it'll say like raise your hand. If you do this, it'll give the thumbs up. Watch that, boom, right, like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's really weird. It's freaking me out because I talk with my hands. Then we got Dylan Thalia. Dylan Thalia on drums. This guy is a technician, like professor. He's almost like a jazz drummer, but he hits really hard. He was in the Speed of Darkness with us. And the way that we met Dylan, we were like randomly at a rehearsal one time in Northeast Olympia, and we just heard drums going on in the background, like several blocks away, and we like ran to them because this dude is so good. And he was only like 16 at the time, and dude, he shreds. So he's going to be great.
It's like when John and Paul found George, who's the younger.
Oh, is that how they found him, or just he was younger?
Because he's younger and he was better at guitar than either of them.
It's good. That's sort of the whole theme of my entire music career is find people that are better than you and just kind of fake it till you make it.
Man, that's the way to do it.
So yeah, but anyways,
to ride some coattails.
Long story short, and Cade, you can edit me down because I'm kind of rambling today. But like, you're gonna play with like all these dudes I've played with for like decades. And I don't know how it's going to work, but they all have kind of played with each other in some form, in some way before. And even though we have 26 days left, 0 rehearsals in, the boys are going to get together later this week. I'm not too concerned about it.
No. I mean, this is part of being a professional musician too. It's like,
oh, is it?
I rarely have gigs where I have tons of rehearsals.
Yeah, but you guys are all like actual professional musicians.
But there's a lot of talent here, and I never want to diminish like how good metal musicians can be.
Can be.
How good it can be. And I trust that, like, if you trust them, if you have a high opinion of the people that are playing, and I certainly have a high opinion of the ones that I know they're playing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not worried about it. It will come together. Will there be some rough spots in the rehearsal? Of course, but we'll figure it out. We got 2 rehearsals that we're gonna have all together.
Yeah, ideally.
Hopefully, it will be 2 full rehearsals.
Yeah,
and we'll get it worked out.
Yeah,
the main thing is that we're gonna have a great time, and we're gonna play some fucking trombone.
I like that you're talking me off. You're talking me off the ledge here. Like, honestly, I think it'll be fine. There's one song I'm a little concerned about, which is Number of the Beast. That song is really, really difficult. Like, there's a lot going on and a lot that can go on. And I don't know if we have the whole like spectrum of musicians for that song, but we'll see.
We'll see. And the good thing is with 6 charts on here, we have to cut one.
Yeah.
Like, it's all right.
All right. Okay.
I don't want to cut one, but if we have to cut one, that's the nature of the business, man. The nature of the number of the beast,
That's the number of the beast. I mean, I don't know.
What's the deal with that? I mean,
Who is the ad wizard that came up with that idea? Okay. All right. I'm feeling a little better then. I mean, they're gonna do their thing. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
Yes.
We're gonna have a great time, and it's gonna be a really fun show. That's the important part.
We need to find a fog machine. Have you thought about what you're gonna wear?
I don't know yet, but I'm definitely not gonna wear my normal concert attire for this. I was thinking of just like I have this
black tie thing.
I'll just come out there in my tails and
yes,
with the bow tie. It'll be perfect. No, I have a shirt that Kate got me for Christmas. It's a black shirt, and on it says it's a trombone. It says I play heavy metal.
Nice.
So I was thinking about wearing that.
Yes. Yes.
I was thinking about picking up a band shirt of some sort. I don't know. I'm up for suggestions.
I mean, just wear what's comfortable. Whatever you can like jump over a monitor on. Like you can't be a statue out there.
Oh, no.
It's a metal show. You got to move around. You got to watch out for moving parts too.
Yeah.
Yes.
The only thing that concerns me with that is like I do have a station that I'm at because I'm playing into a microphone, and I have a trombone, so it's like not like I can attach it to it.
Oh, you gotta we got to get a clip. We'll get a clip.
That might work. Yeah, I'm certainly willing to try it. Maybe we can do that at the Pedalapalooza and see how that
Pedalocalypse.
works.
By the way, I found, I don't know whose it is, but I found a pan and tremolo pedal in my bass gear.
Nice.
Sorry, probably Case or Case Smith. I might have stolen your pedal. So
it happens. It happens from time to time.
Like 6 years ago. Okay. So,
all right.
What do we want to do? We want to run through the set list?
I think so. Like, talk about everything that's on here.
Yeah, so you made a pretty organized list here.
Oh, and I added to it.
You added to it
today because I was thinking about all the more specifics about what we're doing.
Okay. So we're still kind of like, I know set list order is a little flexible. It could change a little bit.
Of course.
But I think we're still thinking about starting with Anarchy X, right?
If we are playing Anarchy X going into Queen of the Reich, we should definitely start with it because it's awesome.
Yeah, it's like the natural intro, and I think there's an easy part for you to like come in, like, and it'd just be like, oh wow, like where the guitars start going, that part.
I have some thoughts on it.
Oh, okay, let's hear.
I have some thoughts on it because like I was trying to figure out how these two can be pieced together, and it's actually super easy.
Okay,
super easy. So, like, I'm not picturing myself playing too much in the intro. I'm going to let mostly... because there's just not many places to play for the trombone, except for very...
Oh, there you go.
Maybe. It's these, like, cheap headphones.
Okay, so you said you aren't going to play too much. Start over.
Not going to do a whole lot in the intro until the very end. There's that sort of, like... It sounds like a synthesized string thing that comes in at the end. It's only for, like, the last two bars.
You're going to just play the last two bars?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm going to play a shit ton on Queen of the Reich. Like,
You're going to you're doing the whole vocals on Queen of the Reich, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not worried about that. And like, a good intro doesn't have to have everybody going. Like, and Anarchy X is just like great kind of like building kind of thing.
Yeah, I could see it working because like no one. 90% of the people that are going to be there won't know that this is going to be like a trombone like show, right? They're just going to see like this band on, so it'll be like kind of a surprise thing. And like, okay, you should come out from behind like a guitar stack too. At the end.
Oh, like hide the trombone too.
Yeah, hide the trombone.
So they don't even see it.
It's just the band out there, doing the dun 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 dun.
So I'm going to take some notes here while we're doing this, so we don't forget.
And then when you come out, everyone's going to be like, what is going on? This doesn't even make sense. That transition's going to be kind of hard, too, because like that song typically transitions into Revolution Calling, right? It's super smooth, but I've come up with it. I've found the
I'm curious to hear what you use, because I've come up with it, too. I've come up with a good way, too.
Okay. Well, okay, so there's a part at the very end of Anarchy X where the drums are like bum 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 ba da 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 bum bum, and then there's like two hits that go dun dun, and then typically it goes dun 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 dun, you know, but we're gonna go like dun dun, and then like Jim's immediately gonna go like dun 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 dun, like straight into, it's just gonna be this like abrupt, but it's gotta be like the timing is gonna be really hard to hit without like running through it like 10 times in rehearsal, like that little.
I've got something that is way easier.
Okay, well, this is not the metal way though. You gotta go the hardest route.
So and this works harmonically too. This works harmonically. If you're looking at the chords, it makes sense.
Okay.
Because like Anarchy X, if you listen to it all the way through, ends with a B minor chord.
Okay.
This is a B minor. Queen of the Reich is an E minor. That's a natural tonic dominant relationship, or dominant tonic, I should say, relationship. Like it's a chord that leads to E minor. And if you play all the way through Anarchy X, and obviously we can't play this on the show, but let me pull it up right now so we can kind of listen to it so you can get the idea here.
Right. So you're talking about playing some sub-dom metal here.
Something like that.
Okay.
That's the trombone part right there. Boom, bum, ba-da, ba-da, ba-da,
What? How does that go into? Play the beginning of Queen of the Reich, though.
You just have the bum, 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 boom, ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. It's like perfect. It's perfect. It's 100% perfect.
Okay, let's do it.
You don't have the, if you listen to the beginning of Queen of the Reich, you don't have that into it.
Yeah.
You just go straight to that.
Okay, got you. Oh yeah, that works. Make sure you communicate that to Jim so he knows what the heck he's doing.
Yeah, I was figuring I'd send him all the notes for this, but
and
like,
Chris
I think
is playing that one on drums. So, and he loves Queensrÿche. So,
well, that's good.
Should be pretty easy as long as like they're on the same page. Like I'm just gonna cue off of what they're doing.
But yeah, because like you're ending on a natural cliffhanger at the end of Queen of the Reich with a bum 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 bum. That's the key of Queen of the Reich right there. It just leads to it. So you can start right at the very intro. If we wanted to shorten it, we could start with, it's essentially the same lick right before the really sustained high notes.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
At the beginning. Or you could even start like 40 seconds into it right before the vocals come in. We have options there.
Right.
But it's super easy transition that we don't have to like
okay, yeah, that sounds a lot better than my over-engineered thing. So because I was like so hell-bent on keeping that like doon, you know, that like the 2 drum hit thing at the beginning of it. So yeah, no, I like yours better. So
yeah, so we'll like I think that will work
and I
really
think
well.
honestly too, I think podcast Cade, I think we could probably keep that part in. You didn't play anything, man. It was like one note. Okay, Cade, back up.
I don't know what the rules are, but I doubt like how many tens of people listen to our podcast each time.
I'd say you're fine to put that in because I think that was actually a really good explanation of how you did it.
Yeah, but like so like which one is kind of speaking to you? Like starting right at the intro with the full thing, starting right before the scoop up to the super high notes, or starting right before the vocals start? Because it's like an introduction to an introduction.
That is true in Revolution Calling. It's like
a minute and a half or something.
I don't want to overcomplicate it for the guys though, so
right at the beginning of the tune?
Yeah. How long is it? Is it like 4 minutes?
Queen of the Reich is 4:23.
And Anarchy
X is a minute 27.
Is minute 27.
So we're looking at, about 6 minutes worth of music here.
That's not too bad.
No.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's keep it, because we've been telling them, like, just learn the CD. So, yeah. Okay. So then, Queen of the Reich, you are going to play Are you doing the full vocal line, whole thing?
Everything on there.
Nice. Love it. Okay. So that
it
was
is so much easier for the vocals on that than Number of the Beast. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Number of the Beast is like fast and it's like all over the place.
Well, it's not so much like how fast it is or how high it is. It's just like Bruce Dickinson doesn't sing the same thing the same way twice.
No.
Whereas Queen of the Reich, like forgive me, I'm blanking
Jeff
on
Tate.
that vocal.
Yeah.
Jeff Tate is pretty consistent.
He's kind of like a synth, you know what I mean? He's just
Yeah.
like he hits the notes. He's like operatic trained and everything. So
And that's no slam against Jeff Tate. It's
No.
just like a different kind of style. Like Bruce Dickinson is just like wiggly and like doesn't always sing actual notes, but it's kind of just like scream singing a little bit, but not really. But But so like that one shouldn't be a problem, and it's going to be awesome, and I'm super excited for it.
nice. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm pretty confident they're going to be able to pick that up pretty quick. So
Yeah, I think that'll work all right.
okay, so let's go.
Sir,
The Wizard.
Before we go, we go on,
Yep.
is there anything?
Is there an
like,
advertisement now or something or what?
Well, yeah, I just wanted to tell you about MeUndies and the promotion. Though if MeUndies wanted to get in touch with us, I'd be happy to take their money. They can reach out to our dozens of listeners. Is there anything in terms of like the show with this, in terms of the spectacle?
Oh,
with
the
this besides-
the spectacle. I think the biggest thing is like we're the opening band, so nobody's going to expect anything from us, right?
Yeah.
We jump into Anarchy X. I kind of like the like soft like roll in, like it's sort of like, okay, this is just like another band that's going to play a cover, and then when you come in, it's all crazy, and that's when the theatrics start. When it comes in, you hit that high note first. Like that trombone's got to be in the air.
Oh yeah, it's
got to be in the air. Yeah. And can you like
even
bend
all
it a
the
little
more
bit
reason-
so you can get that vibrato that like Jeff Tate gets?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
It's all there, man.
It's gonna be waving, baby. Yeah. Then
all
after
the more
that,
reason to get a good clip-on microphone for it, just so I don't. Because otherwise, then I would have to get on bended knee or something, like
Yeah.
Boyz II Men or something.
It'll be interesting to see too. Like I've never like shared a stage with Jim, but he's playing pretty like aggressive, guitar part. So I want to see him get up front center with you, because he's doing
hell
that. And I'll be back by the drums at the beginning. So
And do we have like lights for this?
we could probably find some lights.
And someone.
I mean,
work
there's
the
like
lights?
a whole set of lights like at the venue already, so we can like. The challenge is that the sound guy is typically the sound guy, right? And like Power Castle, we used to like bring our whole light set system with a light board that we built and everything, and like we had a light guy. That's all he did, Rob Lights. So let me do a little work. We should pre-scout. This will give us a reason to go to McCoy's. Pre-scout the location. We could talk to Ian because he's going to be the one hiring the sound guy for it. So. And we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I wonder if Jim has a guy too, or like.
Jim's an engineer. He should be able to program this like those
he
Christmas houses, right? Like. let's sign.
With some Mannheim steamroller.
Let's put it in the group chat and see what happens.
Because we do need lights on this. We do need like spectacle.
Yeah, well, especially once we get into like Mr. Crowley and stuff,
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
and
gonna
what
need like I want a single spot on that, like house lights down, like one spot on you at the intro, and then it all comes in like. I like it.
All right, let's go on though. The Wizard by Black Sabbath.
Yeah, The Wizard. This is more of like a jam song,
Oh hell yeah.
Definitely a different feel than Queen of the Reich. So it's going to be a little more relaxed. This, I think, is a good one to play second because it's going to take our energy a little down and not get too gassed so we can finish strong.
Oh yeah, because like you can't always be up here. Like
No.
you gotta lower so we can rise like the phoenix.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta play with the crowd. The crowd's gonna think like, well, that's all they had. So now it's like gonna be the chill, rest of the set. No.
Oh no.
No. This is just our like catch the breath. It's kind of like Tim talking about like, in the military, if you're practicing with all the laser weapons and then you get on the real battlefield and the concussions like freak you out.
Man.
Like
I loved that saying.
Like it's going to be kind of the same because like this is the first time us as a collective have been on the metal band like stage together. We'll have rehearsed and stuff, but it's a totally different game. And so you kind of need something to like chill you out a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So the wizard, yeah. And you're going to do the harmonica on this?
I'm going to do the harmonica part, and I have a couple of. So I was thinking of doing it, so like trying to get as close to a harmonica sound as possible.
So I was curious about this one because like the harmonica part's kind of repetitive. And so are you just going to keep playing the same thing over and over again? I know there's some parts towards the ends where he's like, but like, I don't know.
So it depends on what we want to do. Like, do we want to have this kind of be pretty much just like the song on the recording, which, has two harmonica kind of licks, or do we want to open it up for solos, which I'm fine with if we want to do that. I have the entire harmonica part learned. And I have recordings of it.
Okay.
If you want to hear.
Yeah, if you want to hear.
So let me. So I got two versions of this.
Okay.
So I did one where I kind of tried to approximate the sound. It's not perfect, but I tried to kind of approximate the sound of the harmonic with the pedals, and I overdubbed me actually playing it on the regular trombone because that's going to be a part of the sound. Like,
okay.
On the stage, but so here's Wizard with pedals. So you got that, and as I was like doing this, I'm like, I played this instrument that I love. I've played this instrument forever. This is a blues chart. Like, this is a blues tune.
It's 100% a blues song. Yeah.
So why don't I just play without doing all the edits? It's a trombone. It works great on trombone.
Yeah. I think it works.
So I did it without that. I re-recorded it today. Solo if you want to listen to that.
Did you have like a mute in there or something?
I put a little bit of a delay pedal on there.
You make it brighter, like the harmonica is so like aggressive and that sounded like a little smooth. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing too. It's like you're not getting with that particular one, you're not getting the natural sound of the trombone with it because it's like it's only feeding it through the pedals.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. So, like, when it's actually in person, you're going to get that brightness. And believe me, this trombone I'm playing is bright as hell.
Yeah, I know. Last time, I still can't hear after the last time you played that.
So you're going to get a mix of that. I'm hoping to meet with my friend Shotgun Jimmy to talk about pedals and, like, kind of figure out the sound there. Because, like, I'm a little bit out of my element with it. And he'll be able to kind of help me with that.
Yeah.
I also have, like, the solo on there if you want to hear that.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's perfect. And I think this song is like gonna be very like it's not where like Queen of the Reich, it's gonna be like, whoa, he's playing like a trombone where the vocals should be, that's like weird. And but like this one, it's like it's a perfect fit. I think it's going to click. People are going to be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I might not even do it with a delay pedal. I think I'm just going to do it straight up trombone.
I'm thinking brass band style, just like boom, just.
Oh yeah, you could totally get a brass band sound with it. I think it'll be great.
And then are you gonna sing this too? Like you gonna
I'm hoping to
pull the bone down and be like Misty Morning.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! Because it's like I got the wizard staff with the trombone right there. It's like it's perfect.
Yes, I love it. So you're gonna sing this one.
Yeah,
so
I'll
Jim
sing this
doesn't need to sing it. Is there any time where it like overlaps though? I'm trying to think.
No, it works perfectly.
Not in the whole thing. I don't pay attention to vocals, so I don't really know.
Yes, that has been well established on this podcast. No, there's no time that it overlaps. I don't know if Ozzy was playing the harmonica or not. It's for somebody else. But.
No, it was him, I believe. Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense.
On stage, yeah. So
yeah, so then there would be no overlap.
I guess that makes sense. I could have thought of that. So yeah. So how long is that one?
This one is. Hold on, I'll pull up the list here. 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
So right now we're at 10 minutes already. 10 and a half, right? And then after this, I feel like we need to like hit pause, do a little banter on stage to explain what's going on a little bit, just a little context, right? So, like, hey, yeah, I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet, but I'll probably just have them. And then,
very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So 10 minutes in, give the boys a little break. We'll probably have a shift of characters at this point, right?
Yeah.
Because the first two songs are pretty much going to be like Chris Hannon, Jim, you, me, and then I don't know if we want a second guitarist for any of these.
I mean, I don't think you really need one for the wizard. Like this is
not necessarily. Yeah, I mean, if Brian wants to play though, like for Queen of the Reich, like second guitar, that actually might be a good move there. So, and for Anarchy X, I think we should definitely have Brian playing the.
Yeah,
the
I think so too.
So okay,
I think so too.
Okay. So then we have a break there. Then we go into what? Fist of Metal. This is like the Tim section.
Yeah, that's what I was envisioning, and, which is good for me too, because like both Queen of the Reich and the Wizard are high on the trombone. Like they are high. So like, it'd be good.
Are you gonna be just gassed at this point? Like you're just.
It's crazy. This like preparing for this show. My high range has improved. My multiple tonguing, triple tonguing, double tonguing has improved. Mm-hmm. My just like my endurance playing up in that register has improved a lot.
That's saying something. I mean, you've been playing trombone for what, like 25 years, probably?
28 years.
28 years, and still growing.
Still you have to.
Yeah. So is this going to change the way that you teach trombone to your students? Are you going to be like, hey, if you really want to get good, like we're going to do a metal show this year?
I would love to do a metal chart. Like I'm doing a little, I'm hoping to do a tour with my low brass studio.
Question. Can Brothers and Horns play with the symphony? Can we do a symphony album?
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of moving parts.
I mean, you got access to the musicians. They have to do what you tell them, right?
Yeah, every single one of them in the building.
Exactly. Let's do it.
We'll figure that out. So that's a little teaser for season 2, folks.
Season 2? Symphony? That's not a teaser. That's a commitment.
Symphony of Destruction, you know?
So if you are an aspiring trombone artist or any symphonic artist, go to Brandon University. We're going to play metal on a freaking symphony stage next year. That's going to be the summer or fall semester. So sign up now.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
It's a commitment from Dr. Wilson. Love it. Okay. So then we're going to go into old music. Now we're getting like
the Fist of Metal.
Fist of Metal. This is one of the first songs that Yasmin had. It's a Tim Diedrich special.
I have to tell you, I really enjoyed listening to this because it's, y'all are like these high school musicians and you have such energy and you're having a great time and all that. Is it the most polished thing? No.
No, God, no.
But it's pretty awesome that you wrote your own song, wrote multiple songs, that it rocks pretty fucking hard. I like this song a lot. I think it's really awesome. And this is definitely something, I don't know if we want to include the entirety of this song on the podcast, this recording. We could.
But I mean, we should definitely link it. I think it's hilarious. I mean, it's a really funny recording. Like, we recorded this like on a 4-track, actually I think it was an 8-track, right on a tape, cassette tape. And like part of it tracked in Attic Studios, which was like Tim's bedroom that we called Attic Studios. And part of it in Tim's parents' living room, which is where we did the drums. And then like the vocals, I kid you not, like Dave Benson, who was the eventual Power Castle drummer, right? He was like, oh yeah, let me sound engineer this for you guys. He's like big music guy. And so he was like the one like kind of hitting record and setting up the mics. But we got to the point where we wanted to record vocals, which is always the last thing we record. And we only had 1 track left on the 8 tracks. And so they're backing vocals, as you've heard, and it's me and Brian McCoy, and I singing like I'm way out of tune. There's a reason why. It's because I didn't even have headphones in while we were recording this. Like, it was literally Brian McCoy. Like, okay, to start off,
you can't hear any of the background.
I can't hear anything.
Only hear Brian.
Yes, and we had 1 track, so I was having to like stand way back here while he was up here, so we didn't even have 2 mics.
You did sound very distant in that.
I know, and the funny thing is, we recorded it at ESD 113, the school district building behind the hospital in West Olympia, because that's where Dave was a janitor. And he's like, oh yeah, guys, I brought the recorder. It's in my car if you want to come by work. So we like just went into this random office building at ESD 113 and recorded vocals, which ended up on this thing.
That's pretty amazing.
I know, but this song rocks, man. It's a little driver. It's a little driver.
It's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's got a super catchy hook, like in the chorus, And
do you mind if we listen to it just to kind of remind? Like, we don't have to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, fire it up.
Let's do a little bit of this. I got it downloaded here.
You got it downloaded.
Oh, hold on, I got it. Stupid Zoom share this thing. I want to
share it. We got to get this on the audio. So this was recorded probably in what, like 1998 or something? I think.
In the day.
About 98.
All right, so we'll listen to a little.
I was 16 years old. Maybe 17.
It's great. It's a great tune.
Oh, that Tim Diedrich guitar.
So good.
In the air, symbol of physical might, gesture of power to fight, shown there, all covered in leather, sweatband in the blood, ready to play the metal to them forever. The metal shines brightly in the limelight.
Yeah, man, that rocked.
That's so good.
I was listening back. I'm like, man, that song is better than I thought it was.
It's a great song. It's got such interesting chords to it. It's just fucking driving. Yeah, like the entire time.
I think Tim was like 15 years old when we recorded that. No joke.
Okay, then this is then like what? Okay, so I'm gonna play something here.
Huh?
We're gonna go right into his solo. telling me he was 15 years old?
Yeah, man.
Holy shit.
I know, it's ridiculous. Like the first practice Tim ever showed up to a Yasmin like rehearsal, because it was just me, Arthur Spessa on drums, and Brian McCoy, who's going to be playing with us too. We were like, we had horrible songs, like we had no direction really. We didn't like. I was still learning how to play. Like I'd only played for like 2 months or something. Like that song was like hard for me to play when we first wrote it, and then Tim shows up with this like half Marshall stack and just starts shredding. And I'm just like, oh my God, there's no way he's going to stick with us. Oh my God. But he did. And here we are, you know?
Like I remember hearing Tim a few times when I was in like the 9th grade, and like you were like, I remember him playing at the baseball game where he did the Jimi Hendrix national anthem. And like I heard him a few times live, and it's just like, oh man, this guy's good. But to hear him at that age, play with that precision, play with that just like mastery of the instrument, oh my God.
He was classically trained, you know, and just took on the metal for all the reasons that we've mentioned before. Yeah.
But it's like you all are playing, it's like, oh, this is great. This high school band is having a great time. They're playing, and then suddenly like this professional level guitar playing comes in. It's just like, what the, where did that come from?
Yeah. That was awesome. I got to listen to it every day in practice.
Oh my God. So. Amazing.
Yeah.
But so like that tune, I don't want to step on y'all all that much. Like, 'cause this is like a special moment. Like this is like a reunion of Yasmin.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it about the trombone. So I was thinking just like maybe during the verses of it, I'd kind of prepare some like counter melody parts. So like sort of long kind of like or something like that.
Keep it simple. What I was thinking is what you could do is you could replace my horrible backing vocals.
I was thinking of doing that.
Do them right. Do them right for once. And I think
so like awesome. there's only vocals in the chorus and in the bridge.
Just the parts where I'm singing that the backing. Just come in for that and it'd be perfect. Because that song should be just like straightforward. I like the youthful energy of it. It's not a complicated song, you know? Like just keep it simple.
And I don't want to step on it because like this is a special moment. Like,
so you should do my part. Like that would be what's awesome about it. Is like
I'll do your part. Yeah.
And there's no promises. I won't try to sing it too.
Sing away, sing it a little hard out.
I was singing it before we recorded this, and I was like, man, I still can't hit those notes at all. But it's like you want to sing that chorus, you know, like maybe I'll just do it without a mic, but it's awesome. And actually, Tim is reaching out to Arthur to see if it's possible for him to drum on that song too. So
that would be amazing. The full Jasmine.
We'll see where Arthur's at right now. So.
But yeah, like I don't want to do much in that.
Yeah. Straightforward jammer.
No
Love it. And that song's like what, 3 minutes long or something? It's like it flies by.
Hold on, let me just take a look real quick. It's 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay, so we're already at like 18 minutes at this point.
If you include like the little breaks between.
We'll probably have like 30 minutes total for our set. So the other two songs that Tim wanted to play was Crowley, obviously, and Last in Line, right?
Well, yeah, I put too much work into Crowley, not the first.
Oh, yeah, 100%, yeah. So, and it has like the big moment, which I think is sort of the show-defining moment, which is your solo, like the second solo. But like, it's so cool to me though that in that song, like, you know, there's two big solos and Tim's playing one and you're playing one. That's fucking awesome, man.
Oh,
like,
man.
That's going to be just cool as a brother to like stand up there and see that, you know? Like, I'm going to be doing nothing during that song because it's like there's nothing really going on. Tim will be like, oh no, the bass line and for Ozzy it's so important. And it's like, yeah, it is. It's hitting some interesting notes, but I'm not going to be doing much during that song. I'm just going to be chilling and watching. So...
But so you want to move on to Crowley?
Yeah, Crowley.
Yeah. All right. So as we've mentioned before, I'm preparing the intro to this tune. I wish I had gotten it all recorded. I wrote it all out. I figured out all the things to do with it. I just haven't had a chance to record it yet. But we'll have that playing there where I'm just playing the that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it'll just be a fully recorded thing. So we'll have to make sure that we can have a way of doing that.
Yeah, it'll be either like queued up by the sound guy through the main PA, or we'll have to have like a laptop or something hooked up into something that we can crank on. Like probably ABY switch it to yours, because you're going to be playing through pretty beefed up PA as well that we still need to find. So.
Well, Jim was asking me about that, so I think he's on that.
Okay, good. Yeah, so if we could find a way, it might be something we just push through that.
Yeah, which is fine. So I'll be doing those little slidey things, and then for the majority of the song, there's a very subtle kind of synth part that's like that kind of goes on in the verses and in the chorus. So it's not very much. I'll be kind of playing that pretty subdued for the most part. And I'll figure all that out.
I think you could almost play some of the bass line too. I wouldn't be scared to do that.
Maybe.
I just kind of easy. There's a bass part that's like boom 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 boom. It's kind of very stuff you'd probably hear written for a trombone in a full symphony in there, right?
Well, one of the reasons I wanted to do the synth part is so you've got the part that goes bow 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 bow.
Oh, during the verses or whatever? Or, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it kind of makes sense for that, and it's going to be the same setting on the pedals as the beginning slidey bits. But then we'll get to the first guitar solo, and we'll get to the second guitar solo, and obviously there's that big reveal we're talking about with the fog machine and maybe the pause in there. We'll see if that works out there.
Yes.
And we're going to try. My version of the solo will be kind of somewhat of an amalgamation between the studio album version and the live version from the tribute album.
Right.
Mostly tribute stuff at the end.
Yeah, because we're going to end it like they do on tribute, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
I was thinking because I wrote out the last bit of it because there's a ton of notes in it. I wrote out the last bit. I've been working on it and everything. But I was figuring at the end we'd go bom 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 be da da, and then I'd just rip it up to a high F.
Yeah,
see, the crazy.
Don't you think we should end the set with this song? That's a cool ending. It's a cool ending, you know.
Maybe. I mean, that's not a bad idea.
Isn't this how they ended the tribute album set too? Is this what they did?
Oh, I can't remember.
I can't remember. It might have been. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I think maybe because it has the big you're playing a huge solo at the end. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think.
Oh yeah, I mean it could be good.
Unless you got something huge planned for Last in Line.
No, Last in Line's pretty subdued for me.
Yeah, maybe we go Fist of Metal, Last in Line, then end it with Crowley and scratch Number of the Beast, because I don't think we're going to be able to fit it or pull that off. I'm pretty...
That's fine. Because I already have one that I'm doing the vocal part on, so that's all right. We'll save me some time for sure.
Yeah, I mean we should
learn and record part of it today.
Yeah, we should practice it, but that might be the one that gets the scratch on it. So.
I think that's probably the first one to get the scratch.
Yeah.
If we were doing it, but so I'll
Tim's not even playing on that one. That's yeah.
Yeah. Well, regardless.
Okay.
I'll rip up to the high F, and then Tim can do the
thing. Yeah. Oh, he will. And I'm going to be doing shotgun bass during that part too. You know, it's going to be a pretty epic ending.
And then it was just like a bam, just like they do on the tribute album.
I go.
No. It's really important that we don't go more than 100 beats per minute on this.
Oh, come on. You could do it.
There's a lick in there where I'm not even kidding. In the space of one bar, I play, let's see, 36 notes. It's like...
I mean, come on. What's not to love? I mean, that song's supposed to be really slow, though. So, honestly, like, we're having Dylan play that. Like... He's like a metronome. Yeah. Dylan. That actually came out when we were in the band too, so it was just like this endless like Dylan jokes.
Oh, as someone whose name has been forever changed by a comedy sketch, I understand.
Yeah. So he's like he practices with headphones and metronome like constantly, like that's always his thing. So like you tell him like 85 BPM, it'll be 85 BPM the whole.
It doesn't really need to go that slow, but just somewhere between like 94 and 100 would be good. Just because I want it to be accurate, not me just like flailing around on stage.
Yeah, don't be afraid to put these demands into the group chat too. I think I'm like I feel like I'm Taskmaster in there, you know. And they're all reacting to me.
Here's the thing about Facebook Messenger and me. I don't check it.
We got a show in 26 days. I'm trying to build the band rapport, and we're all old, so we all use Facebook. So.
But yeah, I'm planning to send this document that we have, that I have typed up here to them, because it's a little bit more thorough.
Yeah, we're gonna want to put in like who's playing what in each of these songs too. So like,
well, how about I send this to you, and you, because you seem to have a better idea of who's playing in what.
All right, I just sent edit access, so because Tim's already like getting on me about it. So
all right.
Okay, Last in Line by Dio.
All right.
This one's going to be a hard one too. It's a longer song. But I think, I don't know. I know that Tim's really excited for this one because there's a Vivian Campbell solo in it he's never played. So that's going to be awesome.
Awesome.
I think I kind of want to get like Jim and Brian also playing on this, like triple guitar.
Sure.
Just make it like big, because there's some like boom 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 down 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 down. You know, just make it so heavy. And then what are you doing on this? Like,
so you got the intro, where I'm just like, there is like a synth part in the intro that I'm going to cover with that. It's very simple. It's like some sustained kind of notes. And then when the tune actually gets started in full force. And it's the same way in the chorus. It's a boom, 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 boom. It's that kind of thing.
It almost sounds like there's horns in the song, but it's a synth. But it like could be like
that's a brass line. That is a brass line.
Yeah, it's totally like trumpets and trombones. Yeah.
Yeah, and I probably won't do very much with effects on that because like it's just it's a brass line.
Who's singing this one?
I have no idea. Not me.
Not you. God, I don't know. I'd love to see
I sang it at karaoke.
Yeah, you were saying that. How'd that go?
Oh, I fucking nailed it.
Yeah?
But then I couldn't sing anything like for the next 2 days. Like I was like,
yeah, this was hard, man. He just is going at it the whole time. Yeah. Oh my god.
But like so,
we'll get Brian to sing it.
Sure. Mm-hmm. But I've got like two things. So I got like during the chorus, I'll do that thing, and the outro of this tune has like the same kind of brass hits. But what I'm really excited for with this is during the verse, the bass goes ba-da-da-da boom 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 ba-da-da-da-da.
Oh, does it?
Boom boom. Yeah. 26 days, Brian. 26 days.
I'll pick this up in 2 seconds.
But I was thinking it'd be kind of cool, like, you could do like a staggered thing with it, like between you and I, where you go ba-da-da-da-da, and they go ba-da-dee-da-dom, ba-da-dee-da-dom, ba-da-dee-da-dom.
Oh, like every other one?
Yeah, yeah. Like, no, not even ever, like, it's essentially doubled it, but like set apart by like 2 beats.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
I think it'll be awesome. And then you do the same thing in the guitar solo, and like the first half, I think it just should be just you, because it's like it's a little bit more sparse in the instrumentation of it, and then it picks up in the second half of the guitar solo, and it just kind of come back in doing that same thing.
I like it.
But,
and then also for that part, like maybe we do the stuttered part, but then like for the next verse, instead of doing the same thing, it's like we do counter motion on it. So like I'm going down, you're going up, same notes.
That could be cool.
And we just but like at the same time, like I'm descending while you're ascending on it.
We could certainly try it out.
And we'd bring we'd kind of just be harmonizing because we don't have any parts where the bass and the trombone are really doing stuff on this.
Well, that's this one right here.
That's this one. I love it. And this is super easy to play because it's like a Dio track. There's almost no bass in it. So, which is great because that means you can rock out more and do stupid stuff. So,
but yeah, so like that one's pretty easy. For the
yeah, so let's why don't you, when you're composing this for your stuff, just like get creative with it. I'm just gonna play it straight up, you know, and maybe I think we could do some descending ascending stuff. That week that we're in Olympia, like outside of rehearsals, I think we're gonna be playing a lot together. So yeah, like just trying to figure it out.
But yeah, I think that's going to take care of itself. I know we're probably going to... Actually, let me add to your times here. I don't know if you're writing this down or not.
No, I haven't been paying attention for the last hour.
If you look at what we have... look at what we have here. Let's see, 6 minutes for the Queensryche stuff. You got about 5.5 minutes for Mr. Crowley, so that's going to be about 11.5. About 4.5 for Wizard, so that's up to 15. Last in line is 5 minutes and 43 seconds. So
and then Fist of
over
Metal's
20
like
minutes.
4.
Fist of Metal's like 4 minutes.
Oh
So
that's all we can do. I'm thinking.
So it's 25 minutes of music.
Yeah,
that'll be fine.
I think it's great. I think it's a lot more realistic with like all the moving parts we have too. Not that I don't think we could have done Number of the Beast. I just am like, I don't think we have the composition for it. Like you need 2 lead guitarists on it. and Tim's not playing on this one. I know Jim can play it. I don't know if I'm sure Brian can play like the backing on it, but there's like 2 solos in it too. Like, so I don't know what's going on. Everyone should learn it. Don't pay attention to me. Everyone learn it, and then we'll figure it out.
So, because if we do Number of the Beast, then it's going to be up to 30 minutes of music.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like
we'll jam on it. Maybe we'll play it, and we'll just be in rehearsal, and we'll be like, oh my God, this is like freaking amazing. Like, let's do it.
But like the vocals are really fun to do. I actually recorded myself playing a little bit of it if you want to hear it.
Yes, I do. Let's just mix all these songs into a medley and hit go.
Perfect. All right, I'll play. I played quite a bit of it actually.
I was rocking this whole set list on the plane last night too. It was like people thought I was weird or something. Sounds like you're playing when the Saints go marching in.
Because it's the same damn notes.
And now I'm never going to be able to unhear that for the rest of my life. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, man, I like this set. Oh, man. I think that, oh, God, that sounds so cool with a metal band in the background. Oh. Okay. What? I thought it was like done. Oh, my God. Yes, I love this. Okay, we might have to play this one. Love it.
So there's no guarantee I can hit that fucking high A at the end of the set.
You know what I'm wondering too? What if we if we can't play this one at the show, what we should do is we should record it.
That could be really fun.
Yeah, and then we compare what live versus recording.
Yeah, it's super fun to play. It's just like that high A, I cannot play it loud. Like the
just hit a booster pedal on it.
I would have to. But it's crazy because I could never play that note before starting working on this set, and now I've got it in my range, sort of.
Yeah, that was high, man. See what you never thought that.
Yeah, you never know.
So I think it's solid. I think we're pretty set up.
Yeah, I think it's a good set. And I think likely Number of the Beast will be cut, and that's fine. We'll just kind of put last in line after the Aspen tune, and then we'll finish with Crowley.
I like it. I like that.
That's a good ending for sure.
Yeah. I'm stoked. And then we're done. The nicest thing about opening is then you get to just watch the bands and chill the rest of the time. Instead of watching all these bands and you're sitting around, and you're like, oh,
Oh god.
Yeah.
oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm gonna go puke in the back alley. Yeah. No, that's great. That's great. And I think what we need to do, and I know this is a busy month for you, but we need to crank out another episode in 2 weeks, I think.
Well, are we going to talk to Tim?
Yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to get a rehearsal update from Tim. It's not going to be pretty. Tim's going to be like, Brian, what is this? You haven't even, it's for Yasmin, I think we played for 8 months before our first gig,
Well, I want to get his opinion of Mr. Crowley. I'm going to have to finish recording everything, but I know he's going to have some constructive stuff.
Oh, 100%. No, he's going to, because he's played that so many times before, and you're taking the best solo away from Tim, too.
I know, it is the better solo.
So it'd be interesting to ask him about that, kind of see how it's going, get a little update from the road from him, too, so.
It might be one of the hardest, if not the hardest thing I've ever learned on trombone.
Heck yeah.
It is so hard.
So are all your professor friends, are they just what are you doing? This sounds crazy. Have you talked to them about it?
I haven't talked to any of my colleagues about this because most of their offices are on the side of the building that they may or may not be able to hear me from.
Right.
But my office, it's if you go into the School of Music at Brandon University, it's the main floor is a square that surrounds the our main recital hall.
Yeah.
And my office is on one of the corners of that main floor. And when I am playing, especially when I'm playing that stuff, you can hear it everywhere.
Oh, nice. It's like School of Rock in there.
Oh my gosh, it's so loud. But it's great. It's really pushed me, and I've enjoyed the challenge, and I'm hoping that I do a good job with it, and I'm hoping I don't forget to play while I'm playing it. I just got to play it 100 times.
Yeah, there'll probably be mess ups. You
no,
just keep going. You I don't know. Are there mess ups a lot in your performances normally? Because you guys are probably so dialed.
Well, it depends on the thing. I've never given a recital that I haven't messed up on something.
Right.
And I'll chip some notes on here just because again I'm still learning this, and
right,
it's all up in the upper part of the horn, so everything's so close together. I'm getting it more accurate, but I will chip some notes in there. But the main thing is that it has the right vibe to it, has the right energy to it, and I just have fun with it.
Yeah, so that's the biggest thing. Because if you're having fun, then the folks will have fun. Plus, there's a lot more leeway for you to miss notes and stuff because you're playing the sprinkles. The pressure's really on the drums and the bass because we got to keep that train moving. And it's got to be steady. And if you mess up, I can't get influenced by that. I just got to keep it going. So that's where probably I'm most nervous about is I played with Dylan for a couple of years back when we were in Speed of Darkness, but it's been since 2006. So I'm surprised he agreed to do this. I just hit him up randomly out of the blue, and he was like, "Yeah, that sounds crazy. Yeah, let's do it." And then Chris, I've never played with Chris ever, so he's played with Tim and all them. So I'm a little nervous about it. There's a lot of interaction between the bass and the drums that people don't notice. So
I think it's going to work out.
yeah, it'll be fun.
It's going to be fun. But
So-
I'm looking forward to it. It's like one of the more enjoyable things I've ever done in my career, to be quite honest.
We're filming it, right? Are we gonna?
Oh yeah, we definitely got to film it.
Okay.
I'll take care of those logistics. You don't have to worry about that.
Love it. All right. Well, I think we're set. I'll communicate this with the guys, get this over to them, and I guess in a couple weeks we'll check back in on the old pod and give the people an update.
Well, like you want to try to maybe record with Tim on like the 17th or somewhere around there.
Yeah, we can figure it out. I don't think our audience has to listen to the logistics of this. We got to close out the episode. I guess Kate can just cut this.
So yeah, if you've enjoyed this podcast, like and subscribe.
Like nothing happened.
Like
give us all the stars. Nobody's giving us stars up there. I don't even think our mom's giving us stars.
Oh no, I doubt it.
I don't know if grandma's listening. I don't know who's out there.
There's definitely people that are blood related to us that need to listen to us. I am positive in that.
Yes, but, Jason. What's going on?
But yeah, if you like this, like and subscribe. It'll help us get more traction with this. Leave a review. That's even better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Help us get it out because when we grace the stage with the symphony next year at Brandon University, you're going to want to be able to look back and be like, I was one of the true ones. I was there from the beginning. You see that 6-star review that I just gave? That has a timestamp date on it.
I hacked into the Spotify system and found out how to leave 6 stars.
Exactly. So do it. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
Yeah, so with that being said, throw those horns up. The Brothers in Horns podcast is produced by the Wilson Brothers. Our editor is Cade Zacharias. Thank you to the band Power Castle for providing our intro and outro music. Thank you also to Grant Hamilton for designing our amazing logo. Check out the episode's show notes for links to the music we discussed today. Our podcast is on all major platforms, and we'll be releasing episodes the first week of every month. Lastly, be sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube for additional content, both under the name Brothers in Horns.